everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video I'm going to be going a super glam, like super extra Valentine's look. I have all high-end products here. I think there's a couple products that I got in beauty boxes that there's one product that I got in a beauty box that I'm not 100% sure is like a super high-end product, but we're gonna go with it. But we're going to go as glam as I can possibly make it. We'll see how well we do. I have products just sitting everywhere in front of me. I've got brushes. I've got makeup remover because Lord knows I'm going to mess up. I've got liquid products, cream products, powder products. I've got so many products. So you'll have to forgive me. Some of the things that I'm going to do to my face today, I'm probably going to do off screen. Otherwise, this video is probably going to be 2 hours long, even with sped up footage. So I'm going to see how long this takes me to do, to be honest with you, because I'm a little scared. It is 10:30 in the morning right now. It is Sunday. I'm filming this on Sunday, even though it's posting on Tuesday. So 10:32 to be exact. I think I'm ready to go. Now, some of the products, even though they're all high-end, some of them are like towards the lower end of high-end, if that makes sense. I know there's varying levels. I mean, I have everything from Jouer, Marc Jacobs, Hourglass to Kat Von D, Tarte, Stila, Becca, Milk Makeup. So I have like a wide range of price points and products and so forth. So I'm sure there's brands that I haven't mentioned. So super extra today. Because of what I think I'm going to do to my eyes, I am actually going to go ahead and put some primer on first and then go to my eyes because I'm afraid I might have some fallout with some of the products that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to start with my primer. I am going to be using the Becca, which one is this? The First Light Priming Filter. It's the purple one. And I'm going to prime my skin with this. I did put some Tatcha water cream. So again, expensive product. This is just a little sample one, and I've barely used it. But I did put this on my under eyes. I'm going to be using the Becca primer, and let's get into it. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit of this onto my finger, and then I'm going to dot it on my face, and we'll get it rubbed in. Okay, and I just pulled my hair back so that I could have better access to my face. Now, I have not fully planned out my look for today. I have an idea in my head of what I want to do. I am going to be focusing it around my Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. If you haven't seen it, it is very pretty. Here it is right here. And I think I'm going to be adding some colors possibly from my Modern Renaissance palette. We'll see as we go. But again, if you haven't seen it, here it is right here, the Modern Renaissance palette. And potentially a color or two from my Jouer Skinny Dip palette, which I'm getting a lot of reflection on, which I did just get in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. So I might pick a color or two from there just to make it really shine. But I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I'm trying to get some of this hair out of the way. I wanted to wear it down so it looked a little bit nicer, but it's causing me some issues. I think I might have to get 2 of these little clips. Give me a second. So I would bring my little headband with my ears out, but that would flatten my hair, and I'm not looking to do that today. So I'm going to go ahead and pin that side back, and then go ahead and pin that side back. Hopefully that will hold it in place. All right, now let's go ahead and get to my eyes. First off, I'm going to prime my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I do prefer to put this on with a brush. So I just have a little brush here that I'm going to put it on with. I just don't like to stick my fingers in the pot, even though I know I do have primer on my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Mauve Obsessions palette. I'm going to go with the cream color here. If this has colors, I don't know what their names are because I did throw away the outer packaging. So I'm just going to point to the colors. All right, next I'm actually going to go into my Modern Renaissance palette. For my next shade, I am going to be using the color Warm Taupe, which is this one right here. And I'm going to start building that up into my crease with the same brush. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending. This is my E40 brush from Sigma. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go back into the Mauve Obsessions palette, and I'm going to take a little bit more of a denser brush. I'm going to be using this Royal & Langnickel Moda Pro. This is the BMX 430 crease brush. I'm going to start with this matte color right here. It's a lighter red color, and I'm going to start building that into my crease. All right, next I'm going to be going into the deeper red, not the deepest one, not this one down here, but this one right here. And I'm going to try to keep that on my outer corner of my eye and try to make a V with that. So I did get a little bit too much on this side. I'm going to clean that up with concealer and a little bit of makeup remover in a little bit. But because I want a really sharp edge here, so far it is coming along very well for what I had envisioned. I'm going to take that small brush again, and I'm going to go into the deepest red down here in the corner or in the upper left corner if you are looking at it yourself. And I'm going to continue to deepen the outer V. I'm going to take this Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into the pink color here in the top center and put that on my lid. All right, I'm going to switch over to my Jouer palette, and I'm actually going to go in with the color Starlight, which is the bright silver one on the end, and see how that looks over top of the center of my lid. I'm going to go ahead and just put that on, and then we'll blend that in a little bit. I am going to stop there on my upper lash, or my upper lids. I am going to come back to do a little bit more in just a second, but I'm going to go ahead and get my sharp line that I want along the corners of my eyes. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to be using a Q-tip and some micellar water. So I do just have a little bottle here. I actually have a bigger bottle back here of Bioderma, but this is the Garnier Skin Active micellar water. I'm going to take my Q-tip just so I can get a very precise line, and I'm going to just get a sharp line as much as I can with that. I'm going to take a tissue here and just get a little bit more and clean up the outside of that. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to go into eyeliner. I will be coming back to my lower lash line in a couple of minutes, but I'm going to go into eyeliner. I'm actually going to be using liquid liner today, which I normally don't do because I am going to do, or at least I'm going to attempt, a cat eye. So I have my Kat Von D Trooper Tattoo Liner here, and I'm going to try is the key word here, hopefully I won't mess up my entire eye look, to do a winged liner. So I'm probably going to cut off here because this is going to take me a little while, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. Well, just a second in your time. Okay, so while I was gone, I did a couple of things. I did my winged liner, which took me way too long. I put some lashes on. I actually used the Pure Cosmetics Pro eyelashes. This is in the style Bombshell. I got these in a boxy charm actually several months ago. And this is the first time I'm trying them. They are definitely dramatic eyelashes. I don't know that I would wear these on an everyday basis, but you know, whatever. And then on my waterline, I did put the Hourglass 1.5 millimeter eyeliner in Obsidian on my waterline, and on my lashes I used the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, and this is in the color 10 Noir. This is the blackest one they have. This is the black one. So I do have a little bit of clumping. I think I've said on previous videos when I've used this mascara, it's not my favorite, but it's probably the most expensive mascara that I personally own. So, okay, I'm going to go back into my lower lash line and finish that off, and then I'm going to go into my face makeup. So, I'm going to go back into the Mauve Obsessions palette. I'm going to go ahead and take this little brush here that I have from It Innovations Beauty that I got from TJ Maxx, actually, and I'm going to take the dark red here in the corner. It's not the darkest, it's that medium red, and I'm just going to smudge that along the entire lower lash line. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead into the Skinny Dip palette from Jouer, and I'm going to go back into that color Starlight, and I'm just going to dab that on my inner corner. I'm just going to use this smoky eye brush from Royal and Langnickel, and I'm just going to get it right on the tip of that brush and just put it right on the inside. And I do get a lot of fallout with this palette, so I'm just going to take a tissue and just get a little bit of the extra glitter out of the way. And the only other thing I need to do is highlight my brow bone. And I'm going to go back into my Huda Beauty palette, and I'm just going to take this pink, the very lightest pink shimmer. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to highlight the brow bone with this. Onto my face. I'm going to be using one of my February foundations that I'm trying out. I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid. This is in the color Fair, and I'm going to be putting this all over my face. I am going to also be using my Clarisonic today. So I haven't used that recently, but I figured if I'm going to go full out, I might as well go full out with my Clarisonic. So I'm going to go ahead and dab this all over my face, and then I'm going to go into blending with my Clarisonic. Alright, I am going to use some concealer today, and I'm going to be trying out a new concealer actually. This is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer in the color Fair. I did buy this a little while ago, and I just haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. I'm just going to put a little bit on my under eyes. I'm going to try not to get too close because I don't want to mess up my eye look. I'm going to go ahead and start to contour. I'm going to be using my Tarte, this is the Sculptor Contouring Face Slenderizer in the color 1. I think it's a little bit orange for me, but I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway. I'm going to be doing some contouring along my nose. I'm going to try to do my nose again, and then also along my cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here, put this here. I don't really need to contour my forehead. I don't have a really big forehead, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and blend this in with my Clarisonic. I am actually going to go in with powder products on top of the cream then, so we'll get back to doing that a little bit later. This is the Butanique Beauty. This is the blush serum. I'm going to put just a dab of this on each cheek. This is a very thick actual cream blush, so bear with me. I'm having some weird problems with this foundation, but we're going to work with it. It's coming up very, it's actually coming off my face as I wipe it. So I do need to get it powdered, but I want to get these cream products on first. I'm going to go ahead and blend this in. Hopefully the Clarisonic will be my savior. I'm really starting to think that this is a magical tool. Anyway, for my highlighter, I'm going to be using a little bit of cream highlighter before I go in with powder again. I have this Temp2 Boxycharm. This is a liquid glow that we got several months ago, and it seems to be leaking all over the place. So I'm going to try to get that and get this patted into my face as a highlighter. I am going to, again, blend it with my Clarisonic. I'm going to tap it in first and then I'm going to blend it in. Alright, I think I'm going to stop there. I'm having a hard time with this foundation. For some reason it's starting to like come up when I'm working on it with the liquids. So I'm going to stop with liquids or creams and I'm going to go into my powders. So I'm going to be using my Hourglass. This is the Ambient Edit 3 that I got this past Christmas time. I'm going to be using the first powder here, which is the finishing powder. It's this one right here. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and powder my entire face because it's getting a little bit unruly at this point. All right, I'm gonna have a change of plans. I'm having some problems with this foundation being a little bit too creamy, and it actually came up on my powder brush. I'm gonna get a loose powder and use that. So give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna be using one of my old-time favorites, is the Laura Mercier powder. I haven't been using it recently because, quite honestly, my Cover FX powder, I had gotten several of those on sale, so I've actually been using Cover FX powder over the Laura Mercier just because of the fact that I have more of those. But there's no point not to use a good powder. So it is the Valentine's Day look after all. Okay, that is much better. I'm going to go ahead and go in with some powder contour now, and what I'm using is my Smashbox. This is the contour palette. And I'm going to be using the contour color in here, this one right here. I'm going to go in with my brush and just build up that contour there. I want to try to have a very chiseled cheek. So I'm going to go definitely darker than I normally do. Okay, I'm going to go back into my Hourglass Ambient Edit, and I'm going to just take both of those blushes. I'm going to go back and forth between the two and give myself some color. All right, I am going to go into a separate highlighter. I have my Stila. This is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in Transcendence. This is actually that jelly highlighter, or the one that you can push and move around, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my highlighter brush and get a little bit of that on my brush. Okay, and make myself shine. All right, I think that is a gorgeous highlighter. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the first time I'm using it. All right. Before I do my lipstick, I am actually going to do my brows today. So I'm probably going to do that off screen because it's going to take me, again, a long time to do it. I'm going to be using a combination of 3 products, the Anastasia Brow Wiz, the MAC Lingering Eyebrows, and the Tartist Brow Gel. So I will be back in just a moment. All right, good, bad, or otherwise, my brows are on. And my last step before finishing spray is going to be the MAC. This is the Velvetese Lip Pencil in Anything Goes, bright red, because I know that's what John's going to be looking for when he says glam look. So let's go ahead and get this on. All right, that turned out a little bit more pinky than I wanted it to, so I'm going to put another color on top of this one. I'm going to go ahead in with my MAC in matte lipstick in Russian Red and just put this over top. All right, I probably should have used a lip liner with this, but I didn't. So the last step is going to be my finishing spray. I'm going to be using the MAC Fix Plus finishing spray. All right, I think this is about as glam as I could humanly get. So I'm going to go ahead and call John up here and see what he thinks and see if I finally accomplished the glam look that he is always talking about.
All right. I know. This is a glam look. I already know.
You know this is a glam look?
I already know.
You do?
I already know.
You do?
You want to know how I know?
How do you know?
Because, number one, it took you a long time.
Okay.
All right? Oh, hold on. I'm not sitting down. I'll sit down first.
Okay.
Number one, it took you a long time.
Number one took me a long time.
Two.
Number two.
This is a Valentine Day thing, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so there you go.
Okay. So
Go.
it's a glam look.
I'm calling it as a glam look, not having seen anything.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. You ready to see it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
It's a glam. Let's see. What up? I knew it.
All right. You do it. So,
I knew it.
What do you think?
Those are some. Okay. I was gonna say. I guess I better put my glasses back
You're
on.
going to put your glasses on. Okay. So, what do you think?
You combine the whole winged liner with the super lashes.
But you don't know. These are my lashes.
No, they're not.
What do you mean?
I know what they are. I don't know where they're from, but
They're not mine?
they're not yours.
Are you sure?
Yes. Did you put two pairs on?
No,
Two pairs
just
on?
one.
That's
Just one.
That's just one.
This
Okay.
is just one.
Now, did you draw the winged liner?
I did. Did I do a bad job?
Or did you...
No stencil.
No stencil?
I was going to get my stencil, but I didn't. So.
All right. I think you did well.
You think I did well? All right.
All right, fist bump that up.
Okay.
I think it's well. I like the whole pink, silver, pink.
On my eyes?
Yeah.
There is silver, yes.
And then there's glitter in the middle,
corner.
in the inner corner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's your eyes that make it the glammy. Give it the glam look. I mean, if you took some of that stuff off the eyes, you're no longer a glam look.
Okay.
I
tried to do a really deep contour.
You did.
I don't know if I was successful, but I tried.
I'll be honest with you. It's very well blended. So I would say no. No to the deep contour.
Okay.
All right. I don't see that. I do see the highlight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of a pinkish sheen.
Yes.
The foundation's okay. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But it's not doing very well on your pores.
I didn't use a pore filling primer, which I could have used to help.
Do you have two colors on your lips? Did you line your lips?
I do have two colors on my lips.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
That looks nice. I like the lips. They're nice. You didn't mess around with your eyebrows, did you?
I did fill them in.
Yeah,
yes.
I was going to say.
Yes,
Because I can
did.
see that.
You'd swear he knows me or something.
There's not a lot of blush, or your blush isn't sticking out very much. You must have blended it fairly well with your contour, which is why I sort of think it's
Okay.
missing.
There's definitely blush on this side, but
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well.
but it's supposed to be blended well. I mean, it's
Okay.
I'm not trying to look drag queenish.
Okay. So then, yeah, I mean, it's a nice look. I don't think it's like for if you're going out to dinner, somewhere nice, you don't want to take a glam look out, just to
Burger King or
to
McDonald's
Burger
or
King
something.
You can't be doing that.
I can't remember the last time I ate at Burger King or McDonald's, but okay.
You want to take it somewhere nice.
I forgot to tell these guys. I showed them my start time, and I forgot to show them my end time. It is right now 11:48.
Yeah, it took a while.
So it took me about an hour and 10 minutes. About an hour and 10 minutes just to do the makeup. I spent a lot of time prepping. That's why I was in the beauty room for so long, because I spent a lot of time prepping. It took me like a half an hour, 45 minutes just to prep. And then it took me like an hour and 10 minutes just to do the makeup. So.
Yeah.
So?
Yeah, no, I said I liked it.
Is it glam?
It is glam.
I mean, every time you come up here, you say, is this a glam look? And then every time I've tried to do a glam look, you're like, it's not very glam.
Well, I mean...
is this glam enough for you?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
I mean... I think we've had some conversation offline as to what I consider to be glam enough.
Okay. And this isn't it?
I'm telling you right now, I mean, you'd have to put on a special type of outfit to make it glam enough. Do you know what I'm saying? When I classify things as glam...
So that to be in like a super sexy dress and
something like
high
that.
Heels. And
yeah.
I'm in a t-shirt right now, so...
Yeah, no, I mean, like, to say that it's glam. I mean, your makeup alone in this spot is not glam enough for me to go, what the F? You would need pretty much glitter in 3 out of 4 spots. I'll be honest with you.
3 out of 4?
Yeah, so, like, you got glitter on the eyes.
Uh-huh.
You need glitter on the lips.
Okay.
You probably need glitter on the cheeks.
Okay. I could do that.
All right. That would be probably... I might have to, at that point, say... You know, I mean, you could be wearing a t-shirt then and still be so glam. It wouldn't even be funny.
So you want me to do, like, the full face highlighter challenge almost?
Sure, why not? I don't even know what the heck that is, but why not?
It's doing a full face of makeup with nothing but highlighters. That's what it is, exactly.
Okay, sounds good. Yes.
So.
That sounds appropriate.
Okay.
There you go.
I hope this video wasn't too long for you all. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already and you would like to, please hit the red subscribe button.
Sorry.
And don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when I do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this is glam enough, even though my darling husband didn't think it was? What do you guys think? I tried to use some of the most high-end products that I own, since the last one, the other Valentine's look I did was a drugstore look. So I tried to use some of the most high-end products that I own in my collection, while still reusing one of the foundations that I'm using for February. I actually do have a very expensive foundation that I had gotten off of Outlook for like, I think it was like 70% off. And I didn't use that here because I'm not trying it out in February. So that's probably the only other product that I had that's like super high end that I could have. And I could have used, I do have a higher end eyeshadow palette that I could have used. But this is not an inexpensive eyeshadow that I used across the 3 eyeshadow palettes that I used. So I did use 3 different eyeshadow palettes.
3 different ones.
Yes.
Woo!
Okay. So I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye.
Bye.